So I'm gonna bag my milk. This is pretty much everything that I've pumped over the past 24 hours. This being my most. I pumped all this the other night. This is last night's pump, and then this is kind of just what I got. Like, so one of the things you might notice when you're pumping is your middle of the night pumps are getting like the most. So that's usually where I get at least 4 ounces out at night. And then, so like between 5 a.m. and 10 a.m. is when I get the most pump sessions. Then throughout the day, like that is what I get. And this is for me as a low supplier. Like, I know when you have a higher amount of milk, like people, normal moms who pump, they get like a little bit more than this. But every mom, not at all of them, but most breastfeeding moms, towards the end of the day is when like your breast milk dips, and it's normal. Basically, I forgot the lactation hormone in your body that produces the milk produces the most and releases the most during the day. So like 5 a.m. between like 3 to 5 a.m. is when you're probably going to get the most. But yeah, this is pretty much everything that I've collected over the past like 24 hours. Even a little bit more. So now I'm just gonna bag all of these, and this is actually, if I'm being honest, a lot of milk that I've ever produced. I honestly do think that it's my diet. This is the most fat that I've been making since breastfeeding, because I think I have a high omega and high like healthy fat diet now since I'm pescatarian, and more pescatarian vegetarian based. So I think that that is helping more of my fat content in my milk, which is what the baby needs more. But I mean, everything in your milk is pretty much what you're supposed to be, your baby needs. But I just like, I think it's pretty cool, the fat content that my body has created since changing my diet. So it's pretty cool. What's also pretty cool is like the color of the hind milk. Like, you can't see it well in camera, but like you see how this one's more blue, and then this one's kind of like, you really can't see it, but this one's a little bit more green. This day I ate a lot more kale and cabbage. Sorry, no, excuse me. This day I ate a lot of kale, and then this day I ate a lot of kale, cabbage, and then I was doing shots of like green powder and all that, so like you can kind of see the difference in color. And then like when it was, and then this pump session, which was last night, you can't see it. Once you mix it up, it's a little bit more on the, once I get it mixed up, it's a little bit more on the tan side, because I had more curry and like turmeric and stuff this day. I'm gonna add this to this. I don't know how I'm gonna bag it. I just think I'm gonna see if all of this combined, I get about 6 ounces, because this is about 4 ounces. This has to be well over this has to be about 6-7 ounces maybe. I'll know once I put it in the bags, and then, but I'm gonna obviously add this to this because this is what I pumped today. So I try to like keep my milk together, like my most recent pumps together, so this and this will go together. And then this might just be a little small bag on its own. Like, I think I'm just gonna keep this at a 4-ounce bag, but we'll see. But I just thought that was pretty cool. So this is hind milk, foremilk, and fat. This here is where all the vitamins, minerals, hydration comes from. This is more of the hydration, and then this is obviously the fat. So it's like, it's so cool. It has all of what your baby needs. To show you guys, like, look at that. That is just so fatty. That is crazy. It looks like just so like just creamy looking. That's crazy. So like, invest in one of these too, to like scrape the fat off the sides of it, and then kind of just tap it back in there. But I bought one of these like So if shaking doesn't get the fat off the side, then like I can scrape it off. This is all that I wanted bagging out of all of these. So I got 2 6-ounce bags of milk, and then this is what's left over, so that is going to just go in baby's bottle next feeding. And then I'm just gonna wash these and get ready for the next pump session. But yeah, I'm so proud of all my hard work. Like, when I tell you guys, the first time around I did not do this well. Like, with my twins, I was maybe getting 3 ounces on a good day. And then maybe for about a few weeks I got a lot, maybe 5 ounces, barely. But I think this time around, it's just, I think this time around is because I just have one baby, if I'm going to be completely honest. So, like, whatever the baby does not nurse off of, like, I'm still able to pump. But then at the same time, everything I did with I'm doing now, I did with my twins, so I really couldn't tell you. I just think that the fact that I'm not stressing this time around, like, I was stressed so bad, I cried so much with breastfeeding my twins. Like, I cried a lot. I was devastated at what my boobs were doing. And I think that played a huge factor. Another huge factor is that I did not eat. There's just, I don't want to get into too much detail because I don't want to make this video long, because, like, I'll make a whole separate video on just kind of my mindset on all of this. It's just, I'm just very proud. I'm so proud of this. I am beyond proud. Like, you guys don't even understand. Like, if my son runs out of formula or just anything, I'm just glad that I'm able to just pull a pack out and feed it to him. Like, I'm on, I think, going on my 4th or 5th bag of deep freezer stash, which I'll show you guys maybe in a minute or next video. But, like, soon though, I think by the time he's 6 months, I know my milk changes completely to accommodate your baby almost turning a year. But soon I am going to start pulling some bags out the freezer to just kind of, I don't know, give him a bag of breast milk for the whole day, just kind of feed him more breast milk than formula. But I just kind of want to get a really big stash going for whatever reason, you just never know. So, I'm just very proud of this. I'm so proud of this. Like, I'm happy with my body. This is like my designated freezer breastfeeding shelf. Like, this is just my entire own shelf. I have my freezer packs in the back for when I have to, like, pump on the go. These are my emergency brownies. I haven't touched any of these yet because I haven't needed them. Again, I bought these for emergency purposes only. So, like, if my milk took a huge dip, or my like my period does finally show up, which I don't know when it's going to, I was told that these come in clutch. But for now, like, I've been making my own little lactation bombs. But I just store my milk here to freeze it, and then I put it in here. So, like, I just kind of lay them down like this. I don't know if the other one's gonna fit, but I just kind of just lay them down like that. I mainly try to test it out to make sure it's sealed pretty good, which it is. And then again, I just transfer it into this. This is what I have so far that has to get transferred to the deep freezer. Like, this is all ready to go. There's 4 in here. I think I want to add more. Like, I think once I freeze these 2, then I'll add it to a big freezer bag. But I'm going to test out, I can't remember how big my freezer bags are, so I'm going to test these 4 out. And if these 4 take up the bag, then I'll just start a whole nother one. Fit 2 more in here, so I'm just going to label this, stick it back in the freezer, and then I will add the ones, because they should be frozen solid by tomorrow. The other 2, the bags that I put in there, I'm going to add it to it, and then that'll be my next deep freezer stash.